Oh, no, that's not possible. That can't. Listen, I don't know how people do this. I mean, have you ever seen videos of people doing extreme sports? These people are incredible. They base jump from skyscrapers, dive off cliffs into the ocean, surf tsunami-like waves off the coast of islands. Listen, this is one of two guys doing kick flips and ollies on skateboards. Please, kids, don't try this at home, am I right? These people must have a good deal of confidence to get amped enough to take that first step, that first ride, or that first leap. But it's not just extreme sports that take confidence. We face situations each and every day that require us to find that extra measure of juice to do things that seem impossible. Thankfully, we don't need to find that confidence on our own. That's why we're taking the summer to discover more about where we can put our trust when we face, well, anything. We define confidence like this. Confidence is living like you believe what God says is true. It's trusting God no matter what and putting that trust into action. Confidence is believing that God will meet you and make it possible to accomplish all that He's called you to do. Our memory verse for June says it like this: I remain confident in this. I will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. That's Psalms 27:13. This summer, we want our kids to get amped and find out where they can find true confidence for life. With that in mind, we kick off the summer with an important question. Why does Jesus matter? We can build our confidence on many things, but those things will eventually crumble. But Paul tells us in Ephesians 2 that Jesus is the cornerstone, the one thing that keeps our life together. We want kids to discover that Jesus matters most when it comes to living fully alive. For the rest of June, we head back to the Old Testament and discover how some heroes of the faith found their confidence in God, starting with the unlikely hero, Gideon. You know him. When God called Gideon to lead the Israelites, Gideon doubted God would really want him to help. You see, Gideon was from the smallest tribe, the smallest family, and he was the smallest of them. God wanted him anyway. And eventually Gideon learned that God could use him no matter what. Next, we head to the familiar story of Samson. From the start, Samson was set apart to lead God's people. His life had many ups and downs as he tried to live from his own strength. But ultimately, his confidence in God allowed him to carry out the plan for his life. Through this story, we hope kids will believe that God is stronger than anyone. We finish out the month with an epic story about confidence when we see how, with God's help, Elijah faced down the prophets of Baal. Elijah had confidence that God would send fire from heaven and consume a water-drenched altar to prove that he was the all-powerful God of the universe. Elijah and everyone there that day learned firsthand that God can do the impossible. We hope kids learn the same thing too. When it comes to learning about confidence, we're just getting started. We can't wait to see what happens this summer as kids across the world hear how God's word can impact how they can live fully alive and make a difference in the people around them. Now, how about I try a little skateboarding for myself? Am I right? I know it's a little